Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, I am Jamie Gonzalez, and I'm a teacher at San Juan Hills High School. I take Spanish immersion kids on trips to Spanish-speaking countries. Every other year we do Spain, and then the opposite years we are doing countries in Latin America. So for example, this summer we're going to the Dominican Republic. That trip unfortunately is sold out, but we are also, then the following summer, so the summer of 2019, we're going to Spain. I know it's a year and a half away, but I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to have lower monthly payments in order to allow more kids the opportunity to go. So that's why we're talking about it a year and a half before the trip happens. So let me get started. I had a meeting last week, and for those of you who were not able to come, I just wanted to give you an overview and some information. If you have any questions, you can email me my email will be on the last page, but it's jamiedavisgonzalez@gmail.com, and I would be happy to answer any of your questions. I wanted to start by saying why I'm passionate about travel. First of all, I think it gets kids out of their comfort zone. We live in such a nice, tidy corner of the world, and it's so nice for them to see how other people live. It also builds their confidence and independence by traveling without their parents, but still with adult chaperones. It gives them that kind of in-between transitional travel experience. It also develops cultural sensitivity. Of course, the language immersion is one of the best reasons for the trip. They're surrounded by Spanish-speaking people for 2 weeks, and they really have a need to use the Spanish that they've been learning. So it really makes it real for them, like why it's important to be bilingual. Also, of course, college and work opportunities are increased. It's a great thing to put on your resume and your college apps, and it's just fun. So let me go through. Here's some pictures from our trip to Spain last spring break in 2017. We took a group of 35 students. Mr. DeWald, he's coming up here. Here's Mr. DeWald. Mr. DeWald from San Clemente High School and myself, we took a group of 35 students. We had a couple other chaperones also, and who you'll see in a minute. This is, here we are in the south of Spain, in Cordoba, which was just gorgeous. Here, this shows kind of like our dining experiences, how we eat together. Here we are in Toledo. Here's my husband, Socorro Gonzalez. He's going also. He's a chaperone and also the bodyguard. And why EF? So this is the company that I travel with. When I started doing these student trips, I really did a lot of research. And this company is the biggest company. And what I like about that is they have better prices, and they also have home offices in every country we travel to. So if something happens, there's somebody there on the ground. They also have you can always call the home offices in the United States for help, but you have somebody right there ready to help. So I just feel safer that way. Also, they have an amazing commitment to safety, 50 years experience. We have a bilingual tour director, although it doesn't matter because they're only going to be speaking in Spanish to us. And the peace of mind policy. This is great because in Barcelona, when they were having problems in Catalonia, they were talking about getting independence, and there were some protests in the street. I'm sure you saw it on the news. So I called Stephanie, who's I don't know, is she called the tour director? She's my person at EF, and she told me, well, we have the peace of mind policy, so if anything is going on in Barcelona at that time, we can switch the trip and go to Lisbon, Portugal or something instead. So that's a really great feeling. We have chaperones, of course, to keep eyes on students. There's a 24-hour on-call service, and the kids all get travel wristbands when we get there, and they have the emergency numbers of like the home office and our local tour director's phone number on them. They'll also have my cell phone number, and we can be texting or sending like WhatsApp messages throughout the trip. So here's the travel window. We get out of school, the kids get out of school Thursday, June 6th, I believe, or is that Thursday, June 6th. And I said that basically the earliest day for us to leave would be Saturday, June 8th. Now they have this window because I think we find out about 3 months before the trip exactly the day we're leaving and the day we're coming back. But the window is from June 8th to June 25th. We will for sure be leaving and coming back within that window. What are you responsible for as far as the trip goes? So aside from the cost of the trip, the students are responsible for spending money. We recommend between $30 and $65 a day. This is to cover one meal because 2 of the meals are covered in the tour price. And it also covers, any souvenirs, ice cream cones, extra activities that they want to do. So a lot of the kids came back, brought too much money and came back with money. Some of the kids, everybody had enough money, so that was good. But we can do debit cards. I mean, as we get closer, I'll explain all this stuff to the parents and the kids. But for now, just you need to know that that's about how much they need per day. Also, tips. I collect in cash or in check, and I get euros for that money. $10 a day per kid. So, for example, if we're going to 12 days, that would be $120 for tip money. I keep all that money and I give all the tip money to the local tour guides, the bus driver, and our tour director. So that's just basically to make sure it's a custom in the country that we're traveling to a lot of their income is based on tips. And also we want to make sure we take good care of them so they take good care of us. As far as passport, the kids will need a passport, obviously, to go to Spain. If they have an American passport or a Mexican passport, they don't need a visa. However, some countries might require a visa, so if for some reason your child has a passport from a different country, you might want to double check. We have through EF, there's something called the Global Protection Plan. It's included in the tour price. If you want to opt out on it, you can opt out, but I prefer everyone to get it because what happens is you can cancel your tour. If you get this, I think it's $160. If you get this Global Protection Plan, you can cancel your trip and get all your money back except for the $95 like sign-up fee up until like right before the trip. So that's nice. If something happens and your child cannot go, you always have that freedom to cancel your trip and get your money back. Also, it covers illness and accidents, any like medical care that they're going to need while they're there if that were to happen, baggage and property loss, and flight delays. So where are we going? We're landing, we're flying into Madrid from LAX, and then we're going to be taking, we'll spend 3 nights there. The number in parentheses shows how many nights we're going to be there. Then we go through Segovia for a day trip. We'll spend 1 night in Burgos, and then head to Bilbao and spend 2 nights in Bilbao. Then we do a day trip to San Sebastián, pass through Pamplona on our way to Barcelona, and we'll stay 4 nights in Barcelona. We're doing the extended tour because there's too much to see. So first stop, Madrid. These are just some pictures of Madrid. There's the Prado, the famous El Prado Museum, the Plaza Mayor. The kids learn how to ride the metro, which is a great experience. We all learn how to read the maps and ride the metro together. Here's the Parque de Retiro, which is kind of like the Central Park in Madrid. The Palacio Real, which is the Royal Palace. Puerta del Sol. Here we are inside the Palacio Real with the kids. It was amazing how interested they were in all of the, architecture and historical things and the museums. I was surprised because teenagers, we know how teenagers can be, but they were really into it. Next stop, Segovia. This is an ancient 2,000-year-old Roman aqueduct, an Alcázar, which is like a palace or castle, beautiful Gothic cathedral there. Then we'll be moving on to Burgos, which has a beautiful monastery and a huge Gothic cathedral. Bilbao is I believe it's the biggest city in País Vasco, which is Basque country. This is a great experience because the kids get to see that they speak a different language in Spain also. And then when we go to Barcelona, they also speak Catalan. So everyone in Spain speaks what they call Castellano, which is Castilian Spanish, which we would just call Spanish. And then in certain regions, they speak another language. So it's awesome for the kids to see that. San Sebastián, we'll hang out at the beaches, climb up at the top of Monte Igueldo here, which is very nice. Then we'll go through Pamplona, which is where they have the running of the bulls. Luckily, they won't be having the running of the bulls while we're there because that could be sketchy. And finally, Barcelona. This is where I lived when I was a junior in college. It's where I learned Spanish. I'm obsessed with Barcelona, so I'm so excited to go there with the kids. This is the Sagrada Familia. If you haven't heard of it, there's an amazing documentary on Netflix about this. I think it's called Sagrada Familia, and it tells the whole story of that. Here's a bunch of buildings, postmodernist buildings by Antonio Gaudí, who is a famous Catalan architect. And we'll visit his buildings. There's Parkwell, which is a park that he designed. Of course, any soccer fans will go to Camp Nou, which is the Barcelona stadium. The Gothic Quarter and the cathedral, and that's the old part of Barcelona. And since we're there for 4 days, we'll have time to also visit some of the towns on the Costa Brava, which is the Mediterranean coastline there. So because we're doing a private tour, we can kind of like write our own itinerary. Here's some examples of famous food from Spain. We've got the gazpacho, café con leche, paella, tortilla española, manchego cheese. So the kids, that's a really big part of the experience, is actually trying all the different food. So let's get to the nitty gritty. What's included in the program price? You get the round trip airfare. Last year we got a direct flight from LAX to Madrid. I don't know if that will happen again, but that was really nice. On tour transportation the entire time, even like to ride the metro, they give us metro little cards. So we have transportation the entire time, safe quality hotel rooms. And again, once we get closer to the trip, I'll explain more about the kids and who they're rooming with. And I get the list of kids who are rooming together, etc. Full-time bilingual tour director. From the time we land in Madrid, we have a tour director who I should have shown you her picture earlier. Her name is Alejandra. She goes by Ale, and she stayed with us the entire time on the trip. I think is she here? Here she is right here, Alejandra. So she was with us the entire time, and she's our go-to person, our on-the-ground person, and she'll be with us again. I requested her. So unless she leaves the company, which she said she's not, she'll be with us again. There's an educational itinerary. Everything is educational. Everything is, we get local tour guides, which is right here, guided tours. So every time we go to a cathedral, a monastery, any of these architecture tours, we have a local tour guide in addition to our tour director who takes us, and they're an expert in that area. So you learn so much. Breakfast and dinner daily. 24-hour on-tour service, the traveler support team, and of course we talked about the insurance. There's a tour donation page in case you want family members to be able to donate, and there's also a way to get high school credit if your student needs that. As far as paying, you can pay in the automatic payment plan, which means you take it when you sign up. There's for example, there's 18 months left. So they divide the price into 18 months, and you pick the day of the month that you want it taken out of your checking account, because you put your debit card in or your routing number from a check. Or you can pay in full. Who can do that? I don't know, but you can pay in full. Or you can do a manual payment plan where you have to make like 3 different payments. So as far as the price, the program price is $3,890, which includes everything I talked about. There's also a $350 private group fee. Because I want it to be a Spanish immersion trip, I only want our people there. I don't want to go with other schools from around the country. And I want us to be able to call the shots on our itinerary. So once there's a 40-person maximum on the trip, I already have, I think, 16 people signed up. But once we get over 24 people, this price starts to go down. If we get 40 people, this price will be refunded. So this $350 will be refunded. There's also right now an early enrollment discount included. So the total right now with the insurance, the global travel protection, the private group fee and everything is $4,240 in total, right? Which comes out to $244 a month. Oh, so there's 17 months left. I said 18, but there's 17 months left. So this is an example of the donation page. So really quickly, I just wanted to let you know that this enrollment window with a $200 discount ends on Friday, December 22nd, 11:59. So that's this Friday. After that, the price will go up $200. Also, I have a lot of people interested, so I want to make sure if you are interested that you sign up. There's 2 easy ways to enroll. You go to eftours.com/200697-2CU. And you just click enroll. You can go through the whole process and then still decide. But all you need to start is the $95 to hold your spot. And then, like I said, you're getting the global protection plan. So if you have to cancel at any time, you can get your money back except for the $95. Again, if you have any questions at all, email me, text me. I'll give you my number and just let me know. But I'd love to have your child go on the trip with me. Thank you very much. Have a good day.